Floyd, buddy, how you doing?
Good. Doing good. How are you guys?
Good. All right, Dash, why don't you go ahead and start us off again?
I'll start, buddy. How are you today, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Good to see you. Hanging in, man. Look, talking to Coach Strickland about you, when he was recruiting you, I know a lot of teams, looked at you, hey, say this guy's not very big, what 5'7", 160, whatever that may be. But Coach took a chance. I won't say take a chance. He offered you a scholarship to come to Georgia, and I know. I would assume the size thing has probably been one of those deals where it's probably put a little chip on your shoulder, I guess, as a way to put it. But just what about that aspect? I mean, maybe people were doubting you from the beginning, Coach Strickland giving you a chance, and kind of how you trying to take that from here?
Yeah, absolutely. So Coach Strick coming in, he gave me a chance, offered me, and he knew that I was a hard worker and played with, that chip on my shoulder, like you mentioned, and he knew that I just love to get after it, and he saw that and just gave me a chance.
And just what did that mean to you? That give what kind of motivation does that give you when you're going against maybe some other teams who kind of didn't look at you quite so favorably?
I just know that the work that I put in is going to pay off. I just go back to just trusting, myself and my actions, and just knowing at the end of the day that I'm prepared for it, and that I'm, ready to be there.
And now, just a sophomore getting an opportunity to play, pretty regular. I know, Josh, you were kind of splitting things up a little bit, but just getting that chance right now, this early in your career, what does that mean for you?
It means a lot. It's really big, to get that experience under your belt, especially going into league play coming up soon, and all the at bats and the infield situations, and tight squeezes and stuff. Really is going to help moving forward.
And obviously, last year was what it was. Y'all couldn't even begin conference play. This year, going to that's not still a couple more weeks away. Y'all have to play Tennessee, but you're really kind of looking forward to that aspect of the season. Since y'all missed out on it last year.
Yes, sir. We were really excited, on the bus going down to Jacksonville or to Gainesville, and, to get that call, you got to turn around, and, it really just, puts things into perspective. So, we'll definitely be ready to get going in league play.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Jed?
Hey, buddy. I wanted to ask you about Josh McAllister. I've seen, I don't know if it was on Twitter or TV or what, but, he's called the JUCO Bandit. Just what's the origin story of that nickname, and how does, I guess, he embody the spirit of a JUCO Bandit?
Mac was a guy when he came in, he was really quiet, didn't really say much, just kind of went about his business, within himself. And then, he started gelling with the team and, getting close with the guys, and he really started to open up. And, he's got a great sense of humor. He's a great guy to be around. And, he just comes in every day and he just works hard at everything he does. He gives it 100%. And I think that's where, that name came from. Is he's just, he's the JUCO Bandit. He comes in and he gets his work done. And he doesn't say much, but he just gets after it.
And then I wanted to ask you too about base running. Y'all have made several kind of outs on the bases in some key spots over these first couple weekends. Coach Strickland said y'all need to be aggressively intelligent, I think was the word he used. Just how do you guys go about, balancing being aggressive versus also, being smart about it?
I think just having that mindset to always, be ready to go until, something changes your mind. Coach Strickland always preaches, we got to be aggressive, but we got to be smart. And I think we just got to go back and just using our eyes, just, reading the play for what it is and how it develops. And, aggressive early, it doesn't really always, it doesn't turn out too bad, but we just got to clean up, when we are aggressive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy. A lot of the team this year is from the state of Georgia, and I know with you and Ryan both going to Pope High School. So did you play against a lot of your teammates in high school and travel ball before you all got to Georgia?
There's definitely, a lot of guys on the team that just playing from, summer ball or high school ball growing up that you always kind of get matched up against and knew, who they were. You recognize the name. So, you have a good idea of who everyone is pretty much coming in. So I think that kind of helps you to gel a little better.
Yeah, and I guess from a larger perspective, as you went through travel ball, how was the state of Georgia and high school baseball? Like, is it one of the best in the country, or what's baseball like?
I think Georgia as a whole is one of the most competitive sports when it comes to baseball. Between East Cobb and Lake Point and all these big parks that are opening up, everyone's coming to Georgia to play, and I think it says a lot because all the competition's right here.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, now finish up with Palmer.
Yeah, buddy. On Sunday, you came off the bench and had one of your best games. What was your mentality coming off the bench? Because I know that was kind of a you kind of got thrown in there with Cole going down?
Coach Strick always preaches, you just got to stay ready, and be ready when your name's called on. And it happened a little earlier than I thought it was going to that game. I had a good idea that I was probably going to get in late innings, but I was just trying to stay ready, and it came, second inning, and I just took the field and just got after it, and everything pretty much worked out.
And then last night, I think I heard that y'all have turned 3 double plays in 9 games. Do you think that's just a matter of y'all haven't had a ton of situations, or something where y'all have got to build up more chemistry in the middle infield?
I think it's maybe a little bit of both. I think we've booted a few balls, double play balls that we didn't maximize out of. But moving forward, I think we're really going to have to play really good defense, clean defense, and I think we're going to turn that around and start turning some double plays.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, we ready to go? This is Matt, so he'll follow the guys to ask the question.
How's it going?
How you doing?
Good. All right, we'll go ahead and start with Dash.
Jaden, good to see you, man.
Nice to see you too.
I know the last pitcher from Houston County High who came through UGA, Tony Losi, put together a pretty good little career for himself. I just wondered, now you were probably about 13 years or so, and he was playing here, but how much did you know about him? Have you talked to him much? What do you know about Tony and what he did here?
Yes, sir. I do talk to him a good bit. Coming into UGA, I talked to him a lot. I still talk to him a lot nowadays. I was actually in 8th grade and he was a senior when I was in 7th grade when he transferred.
Okay.
So I kind of kept track. Like I kind of watched the high school play a lot just to see DL, Tony, Tanner Hall, all of those great pitchers pitching, just to see what I could learn. Just to see everything, just to watch. It was very interesting to watch the game. So.
And I know for you personally, and I've talked to Coach Strickland about you. He did a while ago. Man, you're one of these kids. You don't put any kind of limits on yourself as far as how good you could potentially, be in college. Kind of where's that mindset come from? You wanting to be great?
I'll say, especially my dad. My dad's a big factor in that, just because of the fact that he's taught me over the years to whatever you do, never be satisfied with what you do. So you can always get better. And I've always liked to be the best, even though sometimes I'm not. So I just work each and every day to reach my fullest potential, not just on the field, but off the field as well.
In talking to Coach Kenny about you a while ago, he talks a lot. He talks a lot about you and your spin rate on your pitches, which even at a young age is right up there on maybe some of the best on this team, but also like arm slot. And with that track man that y'all use, how much has that helped you, and kind of where are you at right now because of that?
That's TrackMan has actually helped me tremendously. I'll say just with my curveball, it's showing the top spin, showing where the ball's released, showing the rotation of the spin. Like the rotation of the spin has really helped me a lot, just because my curveball used to kind of just dive in at a horizontal, and now it's more vertical. So just seeing where the ball was released, I can make a change off the next pitch just based off the information that the TrackMan is getting.
And where are you right now as far as the release and the arm slot and making all the pitches all kind of look the same coming out of your hand? Where are you right now with that?
I moved more over the top, just because of the fact of my fastball being over the top, it creates more spin rate and vertical break. So putting my curveball up there, the ball is really kind of coming out the same, but then having a different outcome when it gets to the batter. So that's been really well.
All right. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Jed?
Hey, Jaden, I wanted to ask you about Josh McAllister. He's a guy, he played a couple years in JUCO before he came here. I guess a guy like that, what has he taught, a freshman like yourself about just college baseball, how to go about your business, all those kind of things, maybe a little more off the field type stuff?
I'll say when I first came in, I was meeting the players, and one of the players that stood out to me was Josh McAllister. Just to see how hard he works each and every day, how he grinds through anything, even when something's not going his way. You'll see him. You'll see how he's just thinking about it with himself, and he's gonna make the next play better. Especially this weekend, he's very hot this weekend. Just to see all the hard work he's put in from the fall to now, just to see all that payoff was really encouraging to him and also me, just for a proving point of hard work does pay off.
Are there any particular moments from the fall or maybe that you remember of, you saw this guy and you're like, man, this is the mindset that I need to carry over when I'm playing college baseball?
I'll say when we were in the inner squad one day, and three balls came to him, and I think it was 2 innings, and made kind of a bad throw on the first one. He was kind of down on himself just a little bit, and then the next 2, they were the most perfect plays I've ever seen be made. And just to see that, it was more of he wasn't hanging his head when he made that bad play. He bounced back from adversity like he was supposed to. So,
Thank you.
sure.
Drew?
Hey, Jane, just a couple quick questions for me. As you're starting your first season in college baseball, what are you learning from college hitters that maybe wasn't the case in high school ball?
I am definitely learning that you're gonna need however many pitches you have, you're gonna need at least 2 or 3 to work that day, because if you try to pitch off your fastball, it's not gonna work. Also, I'll say when you can't miss your spots in college, the hitters are a lot more advanced, they're a lot more older, they have a lot more experience. So if you miss one of your spots, it may come with a bad outcome.
And last one for me, you obviously playing at Houston County, but a lot of the team is from the state of Georgia. So did you play against a lot of your teammates like in travel ball or in high school ball?
Actually, 5 or 6 of us played on the same travel ball team since 16 years, so that was pretty good. And then basically everyone here I've played against or played with. So.
And what travel ball team were you guys on at 16?
Team Elite.
Awesome. Thanks, Jaden.
Yes, sir.
All right, and finish up with Palmer.
Yeah, 2 questions here. Along the lines of that Team Elite group, how close were y'all coming in, and how much do you think that's really helped, since it really feels like a lot of these young freshman pitchers have been thrown into the fire over the first couple of weeks?
I'll say, well, us coming, I started off playing with Will Pearson, and just me and Will Pearson have became very good friends on and off the field. Also with Parks Harbor, Liam Sullivan, Colin Caldwell, all of them, we really became bonded very well before college and getting into college, just to see our growth and how good we've become from the time from travel ball to now is really, really good to see.
And then 2 starts into your career, what do you think that you've done well so far, and where do you still think that you have plenty of area to improve?
I think I've done well with facing adversity for sure. Just with the home runs I've given up, in the 2 home runs in the first outing. Usually in the fall, I would have just shut down, and that outing would have just been bad. But I feel like I bounced back pretty well. And also in my second outing, gave up a home run in the 3rd inning. I didn't really think much of it because it was a solo home run. So really, I just cleared my head and had a short-term memory and just kept going and tried to get the job done.
All right. Thank you, Jaden.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.